I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
I'm looking for Ray Finkel and a clean pair of shorts.
A is for action. C is for crime fighter. E is for excitement.
Yes, yes, yes!
Now there's a new way to spell hero.
Don't kill me.
Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Rated PG-13.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, and this time we're talking about Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Now, this is a paid request for Jimmy. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any other type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, randomness, out of the blue, pretty much anything, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is a classic. I remember first seeing this on VHS tape, and it's an idea that really seems like it should not work. Because you look at the idea of a pet detective, that sounds like something Rob Schneider would star in, or Nick Swardson. But it works because of mostly Jim Carrey's energy, his manicness, his just committing fully to the part with his mannerisms and the way he moves his face and the way he says certain lines like, alrighty then. Like, he just totally 100% committed. As silly of an idea. I mean, the plot is a dolphin mascot is kidnapped, which then leads to this ticker that fucked up ticking at a Super Bowl and wants revenge on Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins. It's definitely an original plot. And the director, Tom Shadyac, who did The Liar Liar, The Night Professor, Patch Adams, he knew to let Jim Carrey loose and fly, and also have some good actors around him. Whether it be Courteney Cox as the love interest, even, Sean Young, who becomes our bad guy, Sean Young from Blade Runner, even Tone Loc, who's more into music. Tone Loc did fine for the few bits he's in. Dan Marino plays himself, and from the very beginning, when you see how Jim Carrey is being this post office guy, and the way he's kicking the box around, just the way his body moves, and the way he's really getting into wrecking this box or whatever's inside. We're going downtown. And also, before, I want to give credit to the music, because no one really mentions the music in this, but I think it works fairly well. I'm trying to find who did the score. Ira Newton. Was that name sounds familiar? Ira Newton. I think the score works very well. Like it, the score complements the energy of Ace Ventura, the character by Jim Carrey, and the score, and even the music. Like the way it begins, it's again a high energy song that fits and complements the movie very well. It's the power of the da-da. And we see Ace Ventura in his showcasing what he can do. Randall Cobb. It was nice to see him in there. I remember him from this film I love called Uncommon Valor. I don't give a rat's ass. Able to take the dog, escape. Randall Cobb tries to attack him. Warning, assholes are closer than they appear. On the little rear view mirror. You want me to give me a push while you're back there, pal? Alrighty this. Again, that energy, manicness, and just Jim Carrey, the opposite of sleepwalking. And because of his demeanor, he didn't come off as annoying. Now, critics at the time felt that was the case, but they enjoyed it, as you see from back here. A ride from start to finish, the Washington Post. Hilarious, the movie show. Granted, that's not the most highly praised of publications, but still, I mean, there were some critics that liked it, but, you know, a lot that said, oh, this is dumb. Yeah, it's dumb, but it's very fun. It's entertaining, and it's fast-paced. And I would definitely say if I did a top 10, easily top 20 favorite comedies of all time. Like, I love Ace Ventura Pet Detective that much. Because I really don't have much issues, because it goes by such a fast pace. And, like, Ace Ventura is an interesting character, it's a very weird profession, and it does showcase he's very competent at his job. And that's the thing I like, is that he is a really good detective. He just chooses pets because he trusts them more and he likes them more than humans. But he's a very good detective. And I like the sequel, Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. I don't like it as much as the first one, because here I like him being in the cityscape, being in the city environment. I like it more there than the jungle. Although, again, I do like Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. I do think the sequel tries to go a little bit more into the gross-out humor. Like when he does this, like someone does a spit. Like he hawks up the loogie, and then when they walk out, everyone's covered in loogie. I mean, it seems like they go a little bit more into that, which is not my cup of tea. But Ace Ventura When Nature Falls, When Nature Calls is still a fun comedy. It's still a fun sequel. But I would say I prefer this more. And the plot is so weird. Again, the dolphin mascot, Miami Dolphins, the whole football background, and again the fact. Ray Finkel, this kicker that missed a field goal, Super Bowl, and he wants revenge. And Tom Shadyac as a director, I thought there were certain moments that may go underappreciated when Jim Carrey's character is going more into this investigation and finds this Ray Finkel's hometown and where his parents lived, and the mom shows him Ray Finkel's room. The way that's all done with the music, there's this old film projector showcasing this old film, missing the field goal. I thought the way it was directed, the low camera angle pushing into Jim Carrey's face, editing to the film, to Jim, to the film, someone holding revenge sign in the football field. The way the music is rising up. I thought it was an effective, almost creepy scene. Like, for what it's trying to do, for what it's trying to accomplish, I thought that was fairly well directed and edited. This build-up of, oh shit, now Jim Carrey knows a bit more what's going on. And yeah, Jim Carrey's hilarious when he goes to the tank, because the mascot Snowflake's been taken, and he's pretending to be Captain Kirk, and he's like, diddle, I will find it. I've got to, mister. And like he sees this camera or whatever the hell it is, and he's just mimicking these characters from Star Trek. I don't have the power. I'm a doctor, not a pool man. I just can't do it. I don't have the power. You know, Scotty, McCoy, all that stuff. Again, that was fun. That was entertaining because of Jim Carrey's persona, his demeanor at the time. Well, he's maybe getting a little bit of that back. Because he didn't feel that for a while. Like, I definitely didn't feel that in Dumb and Dumber 2. Or some of his other projects. Although he was good in Sonic the Hedgehog, to be fair. Other characters, Sean Young is a higher up in the police force who doesn't like Jim Carrey's character. How would like it if I make your life a living hell? Well, I'm not ready for a relationship, Lois, but thank you for asking. And there are some people I forgot was in this, like Udo Kier's in this, because they think maybe the dolphin's there because the guy bought all this stuff, but instead he finds out it's a fucking shark. And the few bits you see of the shark is actually done practically. And again, Jim Carrey's the driving force. Like when talked with Courteney Cox, and he's pissed off because he can't find out what the next clue is. So he's just taking out on her. Like, yeah, and you're ugly. What do you feed your dog? You're just so sad. Okay, you make him fat, huh? Huh, fatty? I mean, just being a prick. But then it's nice that soon after he comes and he apologizes. He gets a very serious demeanor. Hey, listen, I'm really sorry. And those little moments of seriousness, teeny moments sprinkled throughout, it's nice to see as well. I did the various moments of comedy, like he finds a clue with this little pebble as part of a championship ring, and the montage of him looking at all these football players, and to see, like he gets punched, and he looks in the mirror to see if all the indentations are correct. He cusses at a guy so that he gives him the middle finger, and he checks. You know, it's goofy, it's silly, but it's entertaining. Again, the music used, the song used, is very energetic. I think it's an Aerosmith song during that bit. I could be wrong. And again, it's also nice that they do showcase, because it's very easy to show him, oh, he's a bumbling goof. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And that could be used effectively. Leslie Nielsen make it done. But again, it was a nice change of pace that he is actually a really good detective. Like this crime scene with the suicide and the way he solves it and says, no, it's not a suicide. This is why. She heard his scream, but this door, you can't hear him through it. Did you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I've exorcised the demons. Loser. Loser. Again, a good, competent detective that's a nice contrast to his goofy, silly, outrageous demeanor. And yeah, this is a movie that is in the realm of fantasy. He catches a fucking bullet with his teeth. But you know what? It's fairly consistent. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was funny. And it works. You know, when he's driving and his car flips over, and then it flips upright, and it's like, whew, and it just drives away nonchalantly. That made me laugh. When he's trying to get into the mental hospital to look up info, and he's wearing this outfit here, and he's going in slow motion. Do you see that? An instant replay. They talk you backwards. Again, Jim Carrey could make that work. with his voice, his look, his demeanor. It's all the elements to, and that's why this film was his welcome party in a way, because he had been in films before. He was in Once Bitten, Earth Girls Are Easy, but they were honestly not that good of movies. That one, what was it with? There was it was more like an advertisement for a ski lodge, Copper Mountain or something, with the dad from Growing Pains. Just, yeah, really shit. It's not even a movie. It's more of an advertisement for the ski lodge. I think it's called Copper Mountain. Like, that's horrible. But after this, and the success, it's like, oh, we got Jim Carrey in The Mask. Then we got Dumb and Dumber. And then The Mask made him even a bigger. And then like Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, all three of those in the same year, 1994. That is insane. And that's what made him a superstar, a megastar. Those three films being highly successful. And then you had Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, and you had Babin Forever. And it seemed like each one a box office hit, fairly successful. Until The Cable Guy. And The Cable Guy, I like The Cable Guy, but it wasn't nearly as successful. And then people looked at the fact he made like $20 million, which is insane. And then the film underperformed. I still think it's a fun comedy. Not a favorite of mine, but I still like The Cable Guy. But then he did Liar Liar, and that was a good movie that's successful. And then soon after, The Truman Show is another good one. And that's when things kind of dwindled from box office wise after that. I can't remember his whole filmography now. Just like, the number 23 I'm not a fan of. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was good. I know there's stuff I'm missing, but anyway, but definitely to me not as good as his heyday, which is this period. And I know now there's an Ace Ventura Jr. where it was his son, no Jim Carrey, went direct to video, Ace Ventura Jr., which is awful film. And, I can't blame the kid. They're just, hey, act like Jim Carrey. There's no way you can. There's only one Jim Carrey. When you try to act like him, because you're the son of Ace Ventura, it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. And I don't think any kid could do that. But get into this, and they want to do another Ace Ventura film for Amazon. Because Coming to America was a success. It's a shitty movie, but it was a success. So they want to do an Ace Ventura 3. And I'm like, please no. Even God is saying, please no. Please don't do it. Because as soon as my thought process was going in that direction, God's shining a light in here and going, no, can you not do that, please? Who do I have to blind to stop it? I don't know. Blind Hollywood. Blind Amazon. With their genius. Let's cancel Jean-Claude Van Damme's show and all this other stuff, but let's put all this money into a Lord of the Rings franchise, miniseries, whatever the fuck it is. And then it gets delayed and delayed because they keep fucking up. Again, great job, Amazon. Of course, another big part of the film is where you find out about Sean Young's character. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. And I'm sure nowadays this film would get canceled because, oh my god, what's so wrong to be being gay? It's not about that. It's the fact that being lied to, that's part of the joke. And also the crying game. Which I thought was, as a kid, I didn't know what the fuck the crying game was. So when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool music. I'm like, okay, he's freaking out because he kissed a man and he didn't know about it. I mean, yeah, permission is an important part of that. Knowing is a big part of that as well. And then going over the top, freaking out, burning his clothes, it goes over the top. It's funny. And now that I know what the crying game is, it makes the scene even funnier. I thought the fact that they got that piece of music from, that song makes the scene work even more so. Did the crying game. Now, I know there's deleted scenes out there that would make the film more violent. I think there's a dream scene where a bunch of birds attack Ace and he's turned to bones. Like a nightmare scene. I could be wrong on that. There's another where... Remember the bit where when he's saving Dan Marino, there's the two guys, and what the fuck do you call it? The big hook he lets go. Originally, it decapitated those two guys. They were decapitated. Which is probably why I don't think we ever see them again. I don't know if we ever see those guys again. But apparently, originally he decapitated them and then walked away. I'm like, that is pretty damn dark. That would be a bit too dark for this movie. That Jim Carrey's character, you accidentally decapitated two fucking guys. Granted, there's no features on... Well, that's not true. There's a commentary by Tom Shadyac. But why does this not have more features? I mean, Courteney Cox, Tone Loc, Sean Young, like all those deleted scenes that I mentioned, the more violent version of Ace Ventura. Like, why aren't those released and out there? And why not have a documentary about the film? As now, God's pissed too. He wants a better Blu-ray of this too with features. He wants more features on this too. See, God himself likes Ace Ventura. I don't blame him. And don't do an Ace Ventura 3 to fuck it up. You don't have an animal date rape Ace Ventura and that'll be the joke. Just like Eddie Murphy's character got date raped in Coming to America 2. An animal roofies Ace Ventura and humps him and they wake up in bed and it's like, what happened last night? I don't know what animal would be. A monkey? I don't know, horse? It'll be a horse. Like someone roofs in a horse. I don't even want to hear it. Fucking Mr. Ed's. The Triple X parody. But even the way it ends, going back to the film, it's fun. Because there's the Eagles mascot and fucks up because he's trying to get this bird that he was trying to get in the beginning and it costs the guy fucks him up and costs him money and is like, oh, blow me, and then Jim Carrey beats the shit out of the mascot. Like, that's just the way those hits seem very hard and the sound design on it. Again, the music. And then everyone's watching. To our hero, Ace Ventura! Again, I can watch this anytime and get a lot of laughs out of this. A consistent amount of laughs. It's a quirky, weird, original plot. It's... Courteney Cox, I like her. She was in the TV show Friends. She's been a lot of stuff. She does fine as the love interest. Tone Loc, he does fine. They don't give him too much to do, but the little bit he does, he's fine. Sean Young works well as the villain. Then the peppy, upbeat, energetic soundtrack fits the film like a glove. Showing that the character is competent as the detective, but also not diluting the laughs. And at the same time, a comedy just has to be funny at the end of the day. Be a funny movie. And Ace Ventura is a very funny film. And was the breakout role for Jim Carrey's career. There's been ups and downs of that career, but he's made quite a few films that are fairly entertaining. And guess we'll see what happens next. If they are going to do that Ace Ventura 3. Oh, well, technically there has been a third one, but I just ignore that and do an actual 3. Which, I don't know, man. Dumb and Dumber 2, that was with Jim Carrey, and that film sucked, in my opinion. It was funny, for a while, man, they're doing all these sequels without Jim Carrey. Son of the Mask, the Dumb and Dumber prequel, what was the other one? The Ace Ventura Jr. Now they're doing these sequels with Jim Carrey, and you're like, no, please don't. So, I'm still surprised Jim Carrey did not do The Mask 2. But, hey. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.